really tough late season loss to them on a late call, and you know, they're 4-0 inside Auburn Arena. You know, we've never beaten them in here. Buzz Williams done a great job coming in and you know, establishing his culture, and they're still competing. They've got as lively a bench as there is in the SEC. I mean, they're in it from the time they get here to the time they leave. They're all engaged. Their bench is really up and active and into every possession, and just they kind of hang around with everybody. And obviously they've had some great wins. I mean, they beat Alabama at Alabama, and they beat Missouri at Missouri. And those are two places that we weren't able to win at. They beat Tennessee at Tennessee, beat Vandy at Vandy, so they've done very well on the road. And that's the reason is because they're really good defensively. They hold teams to 65 points a game, and defense obviously travels. They don't foul very much. And so as a result, they stay there. They stay there and turn people over. They use a little press, change defenses. They're a little different. They play a little differently. And like us, they're streaky shooters. Their numbers aren't very good, but in the games they've won, they've knocked a bunch of shots down. And so they got a bunch of guys that can't shoot it, even though percentages say they can't as well. Nebo is an incredible shot blocker, an incredible athlete, and you know, the matchup revolves around how you defend him. Flag was their leading scorer and rebounder a year ago. He's still a terrific mismatch type of player at the 3 and the 4. And then Wendell Mitchell is a dangerous, you know, three-point shooter. So they got pieces, and you know, for us, obviously, there's a lot at stake. We are one win away from being in a position where we'll finish in the top 4 of the league and therefore get the double bye. And 9 out of the last 10 tournament champions have come from the top 4 seeds. Last year, when we were a 5th seed, we kind of with the exception in the last 10 years. You know, 1 win away from being in the top 4, and 2 wins away from finishing 2nd. So, as we sit right now, I think we can finish anywhere between 2nd and 5th or 6th, is what it looks like to me as far as just where we are heading into this last weekend, which speaks to how competitive the conference is.
When you look at your team recently, do you think it has another level that it can reach, especially with Okoro coming back from his injury and Jalen Williams sort of working into the rotation?
You know, I think the second half against Tennessee, the Ole Miss game, and then the Kentucky game, I thought we defended pretty well. And if we can continue to defend, now against Texas A&M, we're going to have to, because they're going to defend, and it's going to be a lower scoring game. But if we can continue to do that, which is what we've done, and then just shoot it better, whether it be some from 3 or from free or from 2 or anywhere, then that would help. I think that would be one of the things that could ignite us a little bit.
Bruce, I think when you got here, this building has sold out, I think 5 times ever. Now you got 11 sell out this year, probably go to 12 tomorrow. And what's it like to have watched Auburn Arena grow into the environment that it is now?
Well, I'd say, you know, like all I could tell you is, as a member of the coaching staff, we're just grateful. I can't think of any other word to describe. We don't have an opportunity to beat some of the teams that we've beaten, some of the great teams that have come in here, without just the incredible support. It gives our kids courage. It emboldens our younger players. We clearly shoot it better here at home. We have. It's been so much fun to play here because we've had such intense crowds and such incredible student support. And I can't think of a better word than just grateful. And they've seen some great basketball. They've seen great players and great coaches come into this building. So I do think the product is worth paying for. It's worth the price of admission. So we would, you know, obviously just, you know, we have an opportunity to with senior night. Tomorrow night's going to be a very emotional, night. I know it is, even though it's not the last game, it's the last home game. And in some ways, it's the last home game for these 7 seniors and 7 senior managers. I've got an incredible group. There's a lot of culture that is going to be playing their last home game here at Auburn, in the sense that it takes years to develop, and all I got to do is point to these 7 seniors, and then these freshmen that came in picked up on it pretty quickly. That's because they had incredible leadership and buy-in. So I guess the word that comes back to mind would be, once again, grateful.
Thoughts on the 5 scholarship seniors, and they didn't all arrive at the same time, I guess, but just what they've done, what they've meant.
Well, just, rather than going through each one of them, just knowing as a group they got a chance to be the greatest that has played here over a period of 4 years. And, they've already, in so many ways, made their mark. And there's a lot of work to be done in the off season to get them graduated and get them moving on to, for most, if not all, some level of professional basketball. And, that's, as soon as the season's over, that's what we're gonna be jumping in. But I think, if you don't mind, I'll reserve, unless I need to do it right now. Just obviously, just a special group, as you said, come together in different ways, but all bought in. And we play best when we have lots of people contributing, and that's been we had 10 people score at Kentucky. That was good. We had 9 people rebound at Kentucky. That was good. So, we're close, if you're asking where we are. Can we put it all together? That's what we got these last few weeks to see.
Very good.